Welcome to You Change the World, and sorry for being absent for the last 3 weeks. We've been really traveling a lot and excessively, and not only that, but not connected so much to the internet. So it was a real vacation from the internet. I was pretty busy, but vacation from the internet. Anyway, I would like to again welcome everybody from all over the world and say that I'm very excited for that spring coming, because it is the first day where we have over 70 degrees Fahrenheit in the New York area, and this is, of course, exciting. I'm not, the only one who starts a conversation talking about the weather, but it looks like the weather is a factor of strength and mental strength, and this is why I mentioned it. And as we talk a lot about mentality, about intention, about mindset, this is why the sun has an influence on us, and we all know about that. The theme today that I chose for these few minutes with you is a very interesting one, because it's one that relates a lot to my career, my own career, which hasn't been, a career of being a coach, professional coach, or a mediator, but to be a marketeer of technology, and especially about customer centricity. So what you call today CRM, but that used to be about how really to personalize a service using technology, and certainly not the one that we call, for example, the chat bot or the bot in general. And I think we're all frustrated to the highest degree to be served by bots, by robots, because robots do not have any sense of what serving is about personalizing, about caring and giving this attention that you want to get when you travel, when you buy a product, when you buy a service, right? You I think, like I do, the direct contact. And even when I'm a coach, I much prefer to coach a client in person, and I do this, online. But still, online is real time, and still AI did not change or transform what I say or imitate what I say, I think, on the live basis. But I'm sure it exists. I'm sure there is an app somewhere where you talk to someone, real time, and you make that person say whatever you want from the AI perspective. Anyway, not to, deviate, I want to just focus on customer centricity. Why in this particular coaching space am I talking about that? Because I think we're losing it. We're losing it to the extent that, in fact, it's a fantastic opportunity. And I want to tell you why. Because certainly, most of the time, we turn a problem into an opportunity. When we put that and we build a mindset, a positive mindset, a growth mindset, to transform a problem, a challenge, into an opportunity. Doesn't it change the whole paradigm? The paradigm of how you're going to treat the problem, how you're going to resolve it, how you're going to approach it, who you're going to get involved, how you're going to plan, the resolution planning, whatever this is that you have in mind as a leader, as someone responsible, you're going to really have to use a lot of brain and strength about transforming challenges and eventually what you would call negativity into positivity. The same happens, believe it or not, when it comes to losing market share or a brand that has been going down the drain because the brand is not recognized anymore for high service quality or, ranking at the top because there is a good yield, a good, optimized value for whatever you buy as a client, as a customer, as a consumer. And this is what really, supply and demand is interesting about. Do we say that the human being has changed also, along with technology, after COVID especially, that human beings do not need that personalized human touch? I don't think so, because human beings are human beings. And I don't think so, like many marketing people and like many business people today think, is the future. This is not the future, far from being the future. when you call a number because you need customer service, that you have to go through about 10 or 15 layers of different choices and things you need to do and spend time doing until you get to a human voice. Even if you keep repeating operator, 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 I need to talk to a human. Or when you are on a bot and you say, want to chat with a human, even a human on the other side typing on a keyboard will be different than the bot responding to you from, from metrics and, excuse me, and algorithms. It's not at all what we need. Using technology to improve the human touch is a different story. It's a total different story. This is what I used to market out there. Excuse me, in the hospitality industry, in the medical industry, healthcare industry, because I was really focusing on customers and on patients. And I think that technology helped me tremendously to understand habits, expectations, tastes, preferences, right? That's how you build a profile. And according to that profile, even AI can help you understand a customer much better. But what AI can't do is replace your voice, replace your presence. Far from it. This is why I am a very optimistic person, seriously, about all the jobs that are disappearing, like right now, just at this time, because they are replaced by the bots. Maybe for coders, I'm more concerned. But for people that have to do with customer service, that provide something personalized with their voice, with their body, with their gesture, with their presence, with their care, with their brain to say, how can I help and how can I make that experience, that customer experience or patient experience, the best top experience possible. And I really think that the future will belong for victory, for winning a market share, for being a leader in a market with a product or a service, will be to focus on that, focus on the customer, focus on the patient, on their expectations, and on giving them a human experience and not a bot experience. Sorry for those who think the opposite of me. We can disagree, absolutely, and you're welcome to disagree with me, but it is definitely my conviction. And I think that my concern, again, is more about those professions today that has been about this kind of thing, coding, software, writing, software design, architecture, all those things that the bot can do very well. Surgeons to the very, precise degree of surgery, or dentistry surgery, those things that are so precise that the bot will do much better than a human being will do for better health, for more precise and accuracy. Of course, bots will do better. But for service, for what's human, I'm very optimistic about you guys who are right now laid off as a customer service person that is in a call center or is in the lobby of a hotel serving someone, because you are going to get back a job very soon, or you're going to have to train yourself in a certain new generation for doing the same thing, but differently. For sure, your presence, your voice, your human presence will be indispensable. Now, if I don't even go to the healthcare industry and the hospital and the nursing and all the different people that are caring about the patient, because all these people, all the providers and are definitely indispensable and will not be replaceable. I'm not sure that a bot will give this kind of care that a patient needs when there is pain, when there is disease, when there is all kind of family emotional situations that happen. Bots will not be able to handle it. And that's the same in a hotel lobby or in a hotel generally, or in any kind of place where service is provided, even in a restaurant, everything that is service oriented, even in a luxury retail store. Come on. It will not happen. This is why I think that we should always think, and when we think about the future generations and about the employment and the market, I do not think like Mr. Musk thinks, that bots are going to replace everything and that we are going to be all very rich because of bots. I think that we're going to still have to be part of and be productive in the society have a role to play, and be compensated for whatever the time we spend, expressing our talent and investing our talent in something that could be, for example, to care and to have customer satisfaction. So please pay attention for what I say here. I also told you a few times that this is one of the themes that comes back to my mind. It's pretty reactive to what's going on around us, is that we have a need also mentally, psychologically, for this human touch. And the human touch can go much beyond, right? I mean, when I talk about craftsmanship, I've never been more admiring those incredible agile talents, artists that work on a watch, for example. This is one of the best examples, because I went one day to a workshop in a very big company in Switzerland that manufacture watches, and it was a restoration moment. They were taking an old watch and repairing it with this, with the magnifier, working on those very, very small little elements. And at one point, this thing was totally, fixed, idle, not moving. And at one point, I think with a finger or with a little bit of an instrument, it made the movement start, like a heartbeat. When I saw that, after so many minutes of precise work that maybe a bot could do, but here there was art into it. There was different piece of precious stones and different things to put into that watch. And again, it's about precision. It's about art. It's about precious metal, precious stones, all of those different things that this person was taking care of. I was watching and I was admiring. But I would do the same with a painter, with a sculptor, with any artist, with a pastry chef especially. I love pastries, but I certainly love art, and I love when it is good and when it's really artistic with a lot of creativity. The recipe is unique and will give you a unique experience again. This is also craftsmanship. Everything that people do with their hands. And you know what? Not only this is truly the human touch and truly something unique, but it's also spiritually unique, because someone has been given this craft and can really do it, and went to apprentice as an apprentice and practiced it until he became so fluent into it and so agile that he became, with his creativity or her creativity along with it, gives this person a signature and becomes maybe even a famous artist. It doesn't really about fame. It's about, again, this craftsman who gives all his heart, all his intention. The intention is positive, it's productive, it's to give something, an experience to someone who's going to see that object or buy it as a collector, whatever. The artist is right there, performing on stage, an actor, singing a singer, playing an instrument in an orchestra. We are all manual here. We all give the human touch to what we do to serve, to provide an experience to the audience, to a customer, to a consumer, to a patient, all these people who expect to have this human relationship, this human, experience. Bots will not replace that, please. They won't. Often I listen to music and I can tell you I can't stand the electronic music. But when, any sound of saxo or piano or violin created by by a keyboard is not going to sound the same. I can really make the distinction. I need the real instrument. I need the real artist playing on it. I need the whole orchestra to be totally together. The harmony, the human harmony, that all gives this experience, this incredible experience that I expect to have. I can't have a bot doing that instead of those human artists. So I think all of this combined, and I took the time to explain all of this, is giving me optimism for the future market of employment, of jobs that will be, in fact, totally attached to the human touch. Now, it doesn't mean that other jobs won't exist. Of course not. Just now, today, pushed it to the other extreme, where I am a frustrated customer and a frustrated consumer, frustrated to an extent you have no idea. Just traveling today is a pain in the neck. traveling is a pain in the neck because it went down completely, the service, everything. It's no more an experience that I'm looking forward to be on a line waiting because it's been not dispatched properly or because there is something that broke in the system. It's all depending on systems, on memory, on the cloud and different things like that that will manage all the traffic and all of that. So again, in one way, maybe it gives more security because it can handle much more tasks simultaneously. But on the other hand, why did we remove so many people taking care of the customer again when they are in need of help and support? So travel, hospitality, all of those professions are about definitely the traveler or the guest experience. A restaurant, all of those different places where the customer sits wants something about this conversation, even a little more, like a superficial conversation or a deeper conversation, even with your barber, your hairdresser, all those people, they are human. They are right there for you. And it's going to cost you maybe a little bit more, but it is definitely the future. So therefore, I'm very optimistic. See you soon. In fact, next week. And thank you for being here.